Hi, I'm Alex, and today I'm going to show you how to draw a phosphate ion. So the phosphate ion we're going to be looking at today is one phosphate bonded to 4 oxygen with a negative charge of -3. And the first thing I like to do is calculate the number of valence electrons, and according to the periodic table, phosphorus has 5 valence electrons. So 5 valence electrons, and since we're calculating a total, we need to add them, right? So we're going to plus, and oxygen has 6 valence electrons. And since there's 4 oxygen, we'll have 24 valence electrons. And since we have a -3 charge, we have to add 3 more electrons. And if we add them all, we will get 32 valence electrons. So now let's look at how we will actually draw the Lewis dot diagram of this phosphate ion. So there is a general rule stating that the element with the least shells filled is going to go into the center, and in this case is phosphate. So, or phosphorus, my bad, phosphorus. And oxygen, since there are 4 of them, will surround the phosphorus. So now that we look at that, we want to fill the shells that we already know. So I like to do it from the outside in. Don't worry about the middle bonds first, worry about the outside bonds first. So we know we have 32 valence electrons. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill the outside shells. So now that we know that there's 6 valence electrons on every single oxygen, then we can minus it. So what's 32 minus 24? That'll give us 8 valence electrons left. So once we get 8 valence electrons left, we can find out what are we missing. Well, since a bond equals 2 electrons, if we form a bond on each side, it will get rid of the 8 valence electrons. Now we canceled out all the valence electrons. But there's something tricky about ions, because this is not the most optimal formal charge, because if we calculate it, phosphorus has 5 valence electrons